A widow takes power in a city ruled by fear. Her husband, the mayor, gunned down in public, his fight against cartels cut short. Now Grecia Quiroz vows to finish what he began, as Mexico reels from yet another political assassination, and a president promises peace in a land long at war. In Mexico, a widow has stepped into the role her husband was killed for. Grecia Quiroz has been sworn in as mayor of Uruapan, days after the assassination of her husband, Carlos Manzo, during Day of the Dead celebrations. His murder, carried out in public by a hooded gunman, shocked Michoacan and reignited anger over cartel violence in the state's lucrative avocado region.
How sad and how unfortunate that this had to happen for people to finally pay attention to Uruapan. How sad and how unfortunate that they had to take Carlos Manzo's life, so that now they want to send security, so that now they want to protect us. How sad. How sad because he shouted for help, because he asked for help, over and over again. He feared for his life, he feared for his children's lives, for my life, and they never listened. How sad. But today, with this strength that I know he sends me from where he is, with this greatness that only he had to move forward, I will continue his legacy.
Quiroz promised to continue Manzo's fight against powerful drug cartels that have become entrenched in the lucrative avocado and lime business.
Listen carefully. Let it be heard loud and clear. The legacy of Carlos Manzo will continue, even if his voice has been silenced, even if those who gave the order to take his life in the cruelest way. This will go on. This will continue. And the hat movement will not stop. It will reach great heights. And all of you and everyone watching me will be witnesses to this. Carlos Manzo will not be forgotten. Carlos Manzo, they took a hero. They took a great leader. A leader who will never, ever be forgotten.
Carlos Bautista, leader of the independent hat movement to which Manzo belonged, told Reuters that the new mayor will be protected by at least 14 security agents. President Claudia Sheinbaum said the state Congress unanimously approved the transition, calling it both a moment of grief and of civic courage. A hooded gunman shot and killed Manzo on the night of November 1st as he attended a candlelight festival in an attack that sparked national outrage, in part because of his outspoken criticism of the federal government for not doing more to fight organized crime. Moments before the shooting, Manzo had given a speech in the city of 350,000 and carried around his young son in his arms, dressed as a skeleton. Authorities have arrested 2 people in connection with Manzo's killing and pledged to continue investigating. Sheinbaum said she also met in person with Quiroz and Manzo's brother. Mexico has announced a new security strategy for Michoacan following the assassination of Mayor Manzo, the 7th mayor killed in 3 years. Manzo, known for opposing cartels, was murdered Saturday, sparking mass protests across Michoacan. The killing intensified criticism of Sheinbaum's approach to organized crime, as mayors remain frequent targets of criminal groups controlling territory and extorting residents. In response, Sheinbaum introduced the Michoacan Plan for Peace and Justice, promising a comprehensive approach that addresses violence at its roots. The plan includes deploying more National Guard troops, enhancing the state prosecutor's office with a new unit focused on major crimes, and establishing bi-weekly security meetings. It also emphasizes rural development, farmers' wages, victim support, and peace initiatives. Rejecting the return of the war on drugs, Sheinbaum pledged to rebuild peace through justice and dignity.